making today. The compact clutch in leather. This is leather. Isn't that just beautiful? And then I used ripstop for the lining. Watch to the end because I talk about this ripstop and what other choices I think would be good. But you have 10 card slots here, a slip pocket, zipper pocket, another slip pocket, 2 ID windows. Whoops. Very nice. Very, very nice. The Compact Clutch by Sew Yours. Let's get started. Good morning. This is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs. I'm getting ready to do the compact clutch, but I'm going to do it in leather. So this is the leather that I'm going to use. It's absolutely beautiful. I have put a piece of Decavale Heavy on the back, just like she recommends, outside of the seam allowance that she tells you about as well. I am going to use one long piece for my credit card slots, and I am using ripstop. This one is pretty thin, so we're going to see how the old thumper does on it. I don't know. I have my credit card backing. I have my slip pocket and all my other pieces. Yep. So we are going to start getting my directions up here because I've slept since I started this. So this is all one piece for the outside. So first I am going to put my tag on. You really have multiple options for how the outside looks, and I should probably show you. This is one of them with the little overlay here. This is another one with the 2 different fabrics with the center being different. And then this is another one with the different fabric on the side. Very, very nice. The interior is all the same on all of these. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so one thing I did was I put my lines down the wrong side of the main piece. I added my tag, and I put mine 2 inches down from the top. And I add a piece of double-sided tape. So we're going to set that aside for a second. For the credit card slots, since I'm doing one long piece, I folded wrong sides together, and we're going to just top stitch. So we'll see how this goes. Thumper doesn't like really thin fabric. Not bad. I'll have to iron it, but that's okay. Let me see how it looks on the underside. Yeah, it's fine. Good. Good, good, good. Oops, it went off kilter here. No worries. Let's fix that. All right, let's give that another chance here. All right. So I don't know about you guys in your industrial. I don't like to mess with my tension if I can avoid it. So I'd rather just kind of coax this along rather than mess with my tension. And then we'll iron this nice and flat. And keep in mind, with ripstop, you also have to be careful because it will melt a little bit if your iron's too hot. So hold on. All right, so I ironed that and it's nice and flat. And then I measured, just like she tells you in the pattern, to cut this into your credit card slots. So you should measure and cut 10 equal parts. You'll have a little left over, which is okay. I don't know how I feel about ripstop, honestly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Okay. So 10 credit cards and they're all even. I love it. All right, now take your credit card backing, and on the pattern piece, she has all the markings. Mark those on either side. And that's where we're going to put our credit card slot. So the first one is going to go on the bottom, on that first marking. And we're going to stitch across the bottom. Okay. Take your next one, and we're going to add that at the next line. Make sure that you reach in and fold that first one down and out of the way before you stitch across the bottom. Okay, so there you have two. Add your next one on the next line. Reach in and fold those first two down, making sure that it's not behind what you're stitching. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3. Let's add our next one on the next line and just repeat that all the way up. Now, somebody recently asked, do you have to do 10 slots? No. Do as many as you want. You'll just have extra on top. Okay, fold those other 3 out of the way and stitch across the bottom. So now the more you get, the more you want to make sure that this isn't underneath where you're stitching. Okay, next one. Very repetitive. I'll do the rest of these on fast forward, just make sure you're pulling the bottom out of the way and that it doesn't end up underneath here so you stitch it inadvertently. Why do I mention that? Because I did it once. Okay, one more. All right, so they are perfectly placed. And now I'm just going to go iron this, and then I'm going to baste down each side. So I'll do that off camera. All right, so take your card slot side piece. What does she call it? Card slot binding. And with the card slots up, right upside down, up, going up, we're going to put it on the left side. So we're going to attach it over here and sew that on with the seam allowance in the pattern. And you want to go up. I already basted these on, but you still want to just go up so that your card slots stay where you want them to. Okay, then we're going to fold that over and around that seam, just like that. And we're going to top stitch. So this is what you should have right here, and top stitch. Okay, then I'm going to go iron this nice and flat again. But we are going to trim off all this excess back here. So just FYI, this ripstop I got from Amazon, and it's extremely thin. I don't like it. Melissa's ripstop is much better. Just FYI. Yep. And I have a little excess down here. And a tiny bit up here. Okay, let me go iron this. All right, so now we want to measure this piece for the width that she tells you in the pattern. There's going to be a little bit of excess on the side. So we're just going to trim that off. And make sure it's nice and even on that side. Less than a 1/4 of an inch, not much. Then, in case you cut off your stitching, your basting, just go ahead and do another quick little basting stitch on that side at 1/8 of an inch. I cut some of mine off, so I'm just going to go back up. Okay, now your card slots are done. Perfect. All right, so the next step is to do your slip pocket. So fold it wrong sides together, and we're going to just top stitch across the top. 1/8 of an inch. And again, I'm just going to turn around and baste that. But I'll go ahead, iron that. But I'll do that when I do this ironing. So here's my zipper pocket. Add a piece of double-sided tape to the back, just underneath where we're going to stitch our zipper on. Grab your zipper with your pull on. With it going to the left, we're going to add our zipper just under that, but with the tops on top of that, right where the zipper raw edge is. So just like that. So this little piece is at the top of your zipper. Okay. Now we're going to stitch down and across. I'm just going slow because of my ripstop. Very thin. And back up. Okay. Now I'm going to turn around and just press these two pieces. Again, be very careful when you're pressing ripstop. All right, so the next thing, oh, stop. All right, so the next thing is to do your clear window if you're going to do it. I am going to do it. So I just cut a piece of clear vinyl. I typically use by Annie's. I prefer hers over any other that I've found, believe it or not. And then just a piece of lining or binding for the top. And we're going to lay that, and I'm just using a piece of leather right on top. And we're going to fold that over and top stitch. Okay, just like that. And let's top stitch. Okay, just like that. Now, take your slip pocket. Let me make sure. Hold on. Oops. Yeah. Take your slip pocket, and we're going to add that right on top of the slip pocket. And baste around the sides and the bottom. And then if there's any excess, we'll cut that off. Okay. So let's trim it because I have a little excess on the sides. Perfect. Now, I am going to put a line down the center to divide this in half. And let me just remember, she gives you the measurements. I'm just going to find it so I'm centered. There you go. Okay, and divide that into 2 slots. Okay. And you just got to test that to make sure you can get your card slots in and out both sides. Very important step. Don't skip it. Just saying. All right, now we're going to take our zipper pocket and we're going to add this to the bottom and baste that all the way around. Leaving that top line, this top open, so we have a slip pocket. Okay, I'm going to turn around and iron that from the back. Don't iron on top of your clear. That would be a very disastrous mistake. Okay, hold on. All right, so that's all set. Take your lining piece D. Hold on. Take your lining piece D. Draw a line from the left side, right side up. Add a piece of tape, or you can clip it. I'm just putting a piece of tape above onto the right side of that line. Take your completed zipper pocket, and we're going to lay that right on that line. It's the raw edge of the zipper, goes on that line. And then we're going to stitch the seam allowance in the pattern. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm going to do it from this side. Make sure your zipper is out of the way. And I'm just going to pull it out of the way. Okay, beautiful. Then we're going to fold that down, and your card slots and your zipper pocket should be on the left. So these clear slots should be on the left. And we're going to clip those together and just baste that all the way around. And you have a zipper pocket here, you have a slip pocket, and your 2 ID windows. It's a beautiful thing. All right, let's baste that all the way around. next step. All right, so the next thing is to add your credit card piece to the right side. So if it's looking at you, you have your zipper pocket and your ID windows on the left. We're going to add the credit card pieces with the binding to the right side, and we're just going to base that all the way around. This becomes a slip pocket, so don't stitch that. Oops, I ran out of bobbin. Okay, hold. All right, let's try again. The fresh bobbin. Tech 70 just doesn't last like it used to, you know? It's okay. Like it used to, like it never did. Huh? Okay, so now you have a slip pocket, and oops, I missed it just a tiny bit there. Hold on. Black thread on black fabric. It's kind of hard to see. Okay. Slip pocket, 10 credit card slots, your nice zipper pocket, another slip pocket, and 2 ID windows. Love it. All right, next step. All right, let's stitch it onto our exterior piece. So you want if you have your ID on the front, make sure your credit card slots are on the right. And we're just gonna baste this on. Yeah, I'm gonna do one side at a time. This is going to be under the first class, so it doesn't need to be pretty. Okay, and we're going to do the other side. Now my piece doesn't lay flat, and it's because I'm using this cheap ripstop, so it's going to be fine. But your piece should lay flat. It shouldn't pull. Mine is pulling a little bit, and I'm okay with that. It'll be fine once I get it on there. Don't use really thin ripstop. It just doesn't go well. I think in the end, this one will be absolutely perfect, though, with the leather. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to fold our sides in at that line. And I'm going to clip them just so they stay where I want them. On both sides. And you just want to make sure you're covering up all your basting stitches. You don't want those to be seen on the inside. Okay, perfect. Okay. So when you're done, it'll look like that. And you open it, your card slots are on the top on the right, and all the other pockets are over here on the left. Very cute. Next step. All right, so we're going to stitch down each side. Take your time. Very visible stitching on the outside. I'm just using the edge as my guide for my stitching. Let's turn it and see how we did on this side. Perfect. Can you see that? All right, black, so it's hard to see. Okay, let's do this other side. Now, if you felt like it, you could do another row of stitches. I don't think it needs it, especially with this leather. Okay. Oh my. That is going to be gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So it should lay flat. Mine doesn't, and that's okay, because it's going to be folded most of the time. But it should lay flat. I wouldn't, again, I'm going to reiterate it. This ripstop I got off of Amazon, I wouldn't use it. It's too thin. Way too thin. All right, next step. All right, so we want to do a dry fit on our purse clasp. So here's the one on the front, the one that has the hole. We do want to mark for our hole. It's probably going to be easier to mark it on the front. Okay, and then on the back. It's perfect. Okay, let's take that off and let's do our hole. And I have started using my little craft tool hole punch. It just goes so much easier. So much easier, guys. For me. This is what I have found that works for me. See how easy that is? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's test it again. Make sure it's how we want it. Okay, needs to come over just a hair and right there. Okay, let's see. Oops, I cut it off the wrong side. I need to cut it off of this side. Just a little. Okay. Do it small amounts at a time. You won't regret taking your time with this. That'll be good. Now, she does recommend, and it's very smart of my friend Melissa, because this end is a coin pocket, you want to just put a few little stitches there. You wouldn't want your coin slipping there, so just put a couple stitches, 2, 3, 4, right under that hole. That's all you need. That'll prevent any coins from slipping where they don't belong. Okay, so just right there. Can't even hardly see it. All right, let's make sure it's all good. Make sure your screw holes are on the outside. Oh, yep, that's perfect. Just there, just like that. Now, I'm going to use some glue. I'm going to use some leather glue. But you wouldn't have to use leather glue if you didn't want to. So it's only half of this is leather. Oh, I better find mine. Let me get my screws first. Here they are. Okay. Oops, I dropped one. Did you hear it? It'll be good. Okay, let's put some glue in there. Stay away from that hole. You don't want glue eking out over there. Okay, screw holes on the inside. And then we're going to screw it on. It's a beautiful thing. Oops. Tiny screws. Okay, there's one. Two. And then we'll do the other side and we're done. Perfect. Okay, let's put some glue in this other side. It looks like I'm putting a lot, but I'm not. It just doesn't come out very fast, which is good, actually. Okay. Cap my glue. And I got a little glue on my finger. All right. Last one. Perfect. Now, all these, my purse class comes with little cellophane on the top, little plastic, so you want to take that off. It's just there to protect from scratching while you're making the wallet. Okay, almost there. gosh, that is going to be so good. There we go. All done. Let me switch over to the other camera. There it is, guys. Leather compact clutch. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love it. Now, even though this ripstop is very thin, it still works just fine. Let me grab a card. So you got your card slots and they all fit perfectly. Oops, I see a tiny little thread right there. And then your ID windows too are good. And you want these snug. You don't want them extremely loose. So they are snug. This one in particular is very snug, but it'll fit a driver's license perfectly. Then you have a slip pocket. Then you have a little zipper pocket, a slip pocket, and your card slots. Oh my gosh, I love it. The leather compact clutch by Sawyers. You should go get the pattern and give it a try. It is very easy to do. Couple things. If you're going to use ripstop, use Melissa's ripstop. She has it on her website. It is much better than what you get on Amazon. I'm just saying. Or you could use anything that's non-fraying, that's not really thick. Like a 300 denier waterproof canvas, like Protect from Indolove works perfectly. But anything non-fraying that is fairly thin. Thanks for watching. Go get the pattern and make yours. I do have 4 of these available on my website. This one is also for sale. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.